How I imagined old people with technology. Do not cite the deep magic to me. I was there when it was written. How old people really are with technology. Me, about to sleep. Random fly in the room. No one. Me making funny faces in front of my bathroom mirror. What gives people feelings of power, money, status? Saying a very controversial opinion on the internet, but everyone surprisingly agrees with you. When you wake up on the wrong side of the bed in the morning. My responsibilities. Me. Everything wrong with my life. Saying it is what it is. Me. Getting that random urge in the middle of the night to get your life together. When you were searching for that one song and someone in the comments keep the name. Thank you so much. I hope this email finds you well. How the email found me. Water when you are thirsty. Water. Actually fixing a problem that I will have to deal with later. Saying that's a problem for future me. Me. My sanity. Me. Leaves the window open for 5 seconds. Flies. Mosquitoes. Butterflies. Allow us to introduce ourselves. The scariest things on earth. The dark. Clowns. Sharks. Serial killers. Death. Having a dream of peeing. When you have already used 10 tissues, but one nostril is still blocked. Visible frustration. Mosquito. Appears. Me. Looks away for 0.00001 seconds. Mosquito. List of people who have a crush on me. It's blank. Types of headaches. Migraine. Hypertension. Stress. When your birthday is on a Monday or a Sunday. My left nostril at 4 AM. I said we block today. Wear a shirt and leave the jacket open. Spend hours choosing the shirt, only to cover it with a jacket the whole time. Me. Me if overthinking was a crime. No one. My brain when I'm in a serious moment. You have entered the comedy area. Me. I don't sing that often. Also me when I'm home alone. How my brain records my life. Good memories. Cringe memories. My personality. My music taste. How it fits. When that one song hits you different. How I imagined old people with technology. Do not cite the deep magic to me. I was there when it was written. How old people really are with technology. Me, about to sleep. Random fly in the room. No one. Me making funny faces in front of my bathroom mirror. What gives people feelings of power, money, status? Saying a very controversial opinion in the internet, but everyone surprisingly agrees with you. When you wake up on the wrong side of the bed in the morning. My responsibilities. Me.
My check.
Everything wrong with my life. Saying it is what it is. Me.
I think I got it back. I think I got it back up. Alright. Audio's fucked up, but we back. Okay. So it's a lot to talk about. A lot that's happened in the week. Got a bunch of stuff lined up. And first, I guess we're gonna start off with the elephant in the room. Drake's eggplant. I'm not gonna say Drake's dick. Drake's eggplant. This man decided to go be fully unhinged yesterday and ruin my Monday morning. Was it Monday? No, yesterday. Tuesday morning. Ruined my Tuesday morning. Okay. And about like everybody else who's seen him trending, we think, okay, he may have teased some new music, you know, like that he's gonna release sometime soon in the future. Or just doing whatever, right? We click on the trending. We click on him trending, and the first thing I see was his eggplant. And the second I realized that's what it was, I backed out. And literally my day was ruined off of that. But what came of that was very bizarre. You got grown men saying, like, hey, Drake's bigger than me, basically. And then they doing the whole, like, dick comparison, trying to, you know, measure each other's swords and shit. Like, go meat for meat. Like, that shit is gay and weird. But Hurricane Paul, you crazy, dog. I bet you small as fuck. Hey, yo, pause. Pause that. That's, yeah. But I be wondering, though, like, why do celebrities want to do that? Like, you don't need any more attention than you already got, but you want to just whip it out. And we've seen this within the last, I want to say 3-4 years of celebrities. I just noticed something. Hold up. Okay. Celebrities will be just on a random day say, hey, here's my meat. We've seen it. We've seen it happen. Now Drake does it. Nelly posted a whole flick of him getting head in the back of a car. What was that, like a year or two ago? And then I think in that same year, or in that same time span, Soulja Boy did it. Freaking Big Sean did it. I don't even know what I did with my damn Switch, but you had Big Sean literally measure his eggplant next to a Switch at the time. Like, If y'all want to do OnlyFans, just do OnlyFans. But I'm gonna be honest, I'm not clicking on any other trend when I see Drake's name trending, Nelly trending, or Big Sean or Soulja Boy trending because of that one instance. I just need to see a blog or TMZ be like, hey, this what happened with Soulja Boy today. Or Nelly or whatever. It's just like, that's crazy though. Like I'm talking about what Drake did ruined my cup of coffee single-handedly. Coffee couldn't even taste the same. That's how bad he fucked it up. Focus. What was I about to do? Oh, what was I gonna start off with after that? This. Whoops. That's what I was trying to select. Okay. Dang it. All right. So there's a story that I don't know if y'all remember. Probably some of us were too young to remember. But the woman who was responsible for Selena Quinton, I don't even know how to say her name properly. So I'm gonna just say Selena. The woman who killed Selena all them years ago, they made a whole movie about it. And what's crazy, I had an instant flashback because of this. They showed us that movie when I was a child in school. I was probably in third grade or fourth grade, I think. And they showed us the movie that documented the life of Selena and that whole murder. We didn't know what the fuck was going on. We just were watching. If it wasn't SpongeBob, we didn't know what the hell it was, basically. But pretty much, it's been nearly 30 years since the death of Tiana star Selena and the woman responsible for a murder may have a chance at being released from prison. Per Variety, Yolanda Salvador is speaking out in a limited docuseries. Selena and Yolanda, the secrets between them. In the docuseries, Saldivar, I can't speak today. Saldivar shares her interpretation of events and claims everything wasn't as it seemed. I knew her secrets, Salvador said in the trailer for the docuseries, and I think the people deserve to know the truth. Members of Saldivar's family also discussed the two women and shared never before revealed documents and recordings to show where there was more to the tragedy than the public knows. Docuseries will be out February 17th. Salvador is currently serving a life imprisonment sentence and is eligible for parole on March 30th, 2025. Now, the problem I have, The problem I have with this is, how is she even have a chance at parole? Like, I know she's been in there for 30 years, but it's like, there's a lot of people on her side of the fence, at least Selena's side of the fence, that would be livid if she got out for parole. Like, there's people that are probably a lot more deserving in the state of Texas for parole than her. Selena was a well-beloved megastar, or a up-and-coming star at least, and people loved her. And she was murdered. If this woman gets out due to parole, then I could assure you a lot of people are going to be pissed. And I'd assume she'd be a witness protection, but I've kind of, found it curiously odd as to why you'll have certain people who've done horrendous things, gotten away with horrendous things, be given a chance to speak through a docuseries. They did it with Casey Anthony. They're doing it with the Selena murderer. I don't know. It's like, I don't see the point in even giving her the time of day, because it's like, why? I don't get it. She don't need any type of spotlight. Like, who would want to know her side of the story? Like, all we get is, like every other murderer, they're gonna tell you what you want to hear. They're gonna tell you, I'm innocent, I didn't do the thing. You don't hear that many murderers ever say, yeah, I did the thing in GTA. They don't ever say none of that. But I digress. I don't think she deserves any screen time whatsoever. Just let her rot where she's at. Next up, there was this. Hold up. Let me go to a different slide. Next up, we got the Latto and Ice Spice beef that's been ongoing, that's been brewing, that's been heating up, and it's been culminating to the point as of yesterday. Latto teased a snippet of what she plans to reveal to the world on Friday. I will be listening to it. I'll give my thoughts on it when it comes to this time next week. So be on the lookout for that. But she teased that she's shooting a music video in the Bronx. And if people who don't know, that's where Ice Spice is from. And then it culminated to a Spaces that went viral. I'm not gonna lie. Ice Spice, I didn't expect her to sound like that. Whoop. I ain't trying to get I ain't gonna lie. I almost got the fuck up out of here just that quick. Holy shit. Thank God I didn't keep that playing. YouTube would have struck this shit down. But I do like the back and forth that Ice Spice been having. Ice Spice's track, You Ain't the Shit, You Ain't Even the Fart, I feel like was great. It did its job. Probably my favorite Ice Spice record, if you ask me. The only one I actually like, if I'm being honest. Latto, I feel like Latto got a better catalog than Ice Spice, but we'll see what she finna get into. Based off the snippet that she showed, it looks like we're gonna be getting a lot of shots at a bunch of other people over the weekend. Kind of similar to what Megan Thee Stallion did. But I can see Latto just pretty much talking her piece, saying what she got to say, and being like, all right, I'm out. I ain't responding to you bitches. I'm finna go shoot this music video. I'm going on tour. Album drops next month or whatever. I'm out. I almost dropped some shit. Swinging my arms. Next up, the Recording Academy. Let me see if I got this right. There was some controversy on top of everything else that went on with the Grammys, with Jay-Z's speech. It seems like that the Recording Academy accidentally announced Barbie World as the winner for Best Rap Song, which was the song or one of the songs that Ice Spice and Nicki Minaj did, with a tweet that they put out themselves. Congrats, Best Rap Song winners, Barbie World from Barbie the Album, Nicki Minaj, Ice Spice featuring Aqua, #Grammys. Now, if you ask me, I think I know why they did this. I think they did this just to troll Nicki Minaj, which people could say what they want, whether it's right, wrong. Do I think it's wrong? Absolutely. It's not right for a major award show and program like the Grammys to troll an artist thinking that they won an award when they really didn't. That's number one. I think that this should have just been left untouched. But it kind of makes me wonder, was this just some random person that got a hold of the Recording Academy's account and did this? But if she didn't win, I don't think they should have did that. Like, it's in bad taste. It's unprofessional and unbecoming of the Grammys. And to some people would argue, it kind of speaks to a lot of things that Nicki Minaj was alluding to in terms of talking about the machine, how it's against you, with woo. I just think that they did this because she was engaged in a hostile beef with Megan Thee Stallion. Maybe their reasoning for this could be, well, we were going to give you the award, but because you wanted to get into a online entanglement, let's say, between you and Megan Thee Stallion, we're going to troll you. Now, again, I don't think that's right on their part, but that could be a motive as to try to send her a message like, look, we don't appreciate you getting entangled and embroiled in online beefs. Okay. And it could be viewed as like they were picking a side, playing politics, but the industry, just like any other industry, there's always politics and things. I definitely think this was a political move. They did this to try to stir the pot with Nicki Minaj. And I think as far as next year's Grammys go, Nicki Minaj should not go. Because if you see how they treated you by trying to troll you into thinking you won an award when you really didn't, like that's foul. Like, and if you're the star and you get trolled into thinking you won something, you ain't gonna want to go there next year, even to do a performance. Unless it's like a humongous bag they're willing to drop in your lap as to say, I'm sorry, or we're sorry for trolling you on the internet. But I can't see that. I just can't. Let's see, what else? All right. But speaking of the Grammys, there was a bunch of awards handed out. A lot of people who won awards, they were truly deserving of said awards. So I don't want nobody to be disrespectful to the ones who won. Killer Mike won Best Rap Album. He beat out Drake and 21 Savage, Metro Boomin, Heroes and Villains, Nas King Disease 3, and beat Travis Scott's Utopia, which all the other albums are great. Phenomenal artists. And this sounds like it was close but no cigar. But there was some people who don't know who Killer Mike is. And I don't even know how anybody doesn't know who Killer Mike is. Because if you don't know who Killer Mike is, you must never heard of Run the Jewels. Like, if you hear how he raps in Run the Jewels, you would want to pre-download, pre-save this album. I mean, by the way, I don't even know if they broke up. I wonder. It could just be one of the things, they're both together. They're still together, but they're taking a hiatus. But Killer Mike was well deserving of his awards, of his accolades. He's a phenomenal rapper. He deserves every flower he gets. He deserves it all. The man is he's a talent on the mic. If we wasn't streaming on YouTube, I would probably play a couple songs for y'all to really understand how this man is a phenomenal rapper. And the people he went up against were no slouch. Like, beating out Travis Scott, Nas, Metro Boomin, and Drake and 21 Savage on a collab album is not easy to do in any way. But for people who don't know who he is, I suggest you go listen to a couple of his songs from Run the Jewels and then come back and then understand why he won. Because you could tell how good of a rapper he is just based on listening to some of their records, which I hope Run the Jewels does another album. We need at least a couple more projects before y'all hang it up. Oh, and there was a moment where he got arrested for getting into a security guard. Man, free that man. Free Killer Mike. Like, I don't know what happened, but it sounded like that's a situation where the security guard said something slick. Like, buddy, you don't deserve that. And he probably got knocked out. And Killer Mike is the last one to really be picking on because this man does a lot. He does a lot for his community. He does a lot when it comes to the rap game. He is a phenomenal rapper. He deserves all the accolades and awards he gets. But seriously, I don't know why he got into it with a security guard. Maybe he got lit. Maybe he got like really lit. You know, after winning the Grammys, he's like, shit, I'm gonna get drunk here. And that happened. Accidents happen. Let's see. Who else? Victoria Monet. She won the 2024 Grammy for Best R&B Album, beating out Babyface with Girls Night Out, beating out Coco Jones, What Didn't I Tell You, beating out Emily King, Special Occasion, beating out Summer Walker, Clear 2, Soft Life EP. Which I saw some dudes that was hating on not only the whole R&B genre for the Grammys, but they were hating on SZA, which I'll probably get to later. That, oh, R&B is dead, it's this and that, blah, blah, blah. Like, look, I would suggest y'all go listen to their music before you judge their music. We all know Summer Walker can sing her ass off. She has the vocals for it. And to me, what makes good R&B music is heavy reliance on the vocals and lyricism. Because you can't be a good R&B artist if you don't have the vocals. Clearly, Victoria Monet got the vocals. And you know what's crazy? At first, I thought she was related to Janelle Monáe because their names are similar. But that was my mistake. They are not related. They just, coincidentally have the same last name. Or last stage name, I ought to say. But shout out to Victoria Monet. She deserves all the accolades and awards that she got. Lil Durk and J. Cole won the 2024 Grammy for Best Melodic Rap Performance, outdoing Burna Boy featuring 21 Savage, Sitting on Top of the World, outdoing Doja Cat, Attention, outdoing Spin About You with Drake and 21 Savage, and Low by SZA. And the song that they put out, All My Life, is a phenomenal record. Shares a lot of positive vibes. If you ain't listened to it yet, what are you doing? Go listen and watch the video. It's amazing. Very, very influential. Like, it's one of them songs that can make you want to really put work in. But I would love to see Cole and Durk collab more on projects like that. Because the more projects that they work on, the more numbers they can end up doing, and the more awards they can end up getting together. Coco Jones won the 2024 Grammy for Best R&B Performance, beating out Summer Too Hot by Chris Brown, beating out Back to Love by Robert Glasper featuring Sir and Alex Ali, beating out Coco Jones, ICU, and Victoria Monet with How Does It Make You Feel, and SZA's Kill Bill. Which, if you beat out Kill Bill, you that girl. Okay. Now, I will say, Chris Brown's Summer Too Hot single, I didn't think it was that good. It definitely wasn't his best single he put out. But Coco Jones deserves all the accolades. She deserves it. To beat out Kill Bill is no easy task because Kill Bill is a phenomenal record. SZA is a phenomenal artist. Shout out to Coco Jones for her Grammy. And here we get to SZA for winning the 2024 Grammy for Best R&B Song, Snooze, which is a phenomenal record. She beat out Coco Jones's ICU, Hallie's Angel, Robert Glasper featuring Sir and Alex Eiley, Back to Love, and Victoria Monet, On My Mama. With Snooze is that record. And people, I've seen people try to say that SZA is mid and mediocre and that they just gave her the award. If you did not listen to the record or listen to any song she's put out, please don't comment on her skills as an R&B artist. She is one of the I'll say this. She is one of the R&B artists that is literally carrying that genre on her back. Carrying. News is one of them records. It's going to live on. It's going to be one of them generational songs. Well, let's say 5-10 years from now, people gonna want to keep on listening and engaging with the record. And hell, it'll even be one of them you play at a wedding. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God, if only I could play it on YouTube. YouTube be hating though. Mostly it don't even be YouTube. It be really the music labels, but that's a conversation for another day. But shout out to SZA. I can't wait to see what she got cooking up next. Wait, did I already speak on this? Oh, yeah, no, I didn't. Victoria Monet, she also won a Grammy for Best New Artist, beating out Grace Adams, Fred Again, Ice Spice, Jelly Roll, Coco Jones, Noah Khan, Victoria Monet, and The War and Treaty. And I saw folks mad about this. They was mad that Ice Spice didn't win. I'm sorry to be the one to tell you, but apart from that diss record that Ice Spice put out towards Latto, that's literally her only song that is her best song. Ice Spice does not have a song that is better than the diss record towards Latto. And that's a fact. If you thought Ice Spice was going to win against somebody who's been in the game for over 10 years, who actually put in more work and has a lengthy catalog, you're bugging. And I think if she had won a Grammy or anything else, if Ice Spice had won a Grammy for this, they would have looked at her like an industry plant. But it's a great thing that Victoria Monet won. Phenomenal artist. She's put the work in for year in, year out, and she deserves everything. All the other artists, I'm not really too big on. I don't know who they are. I've heard of Jelly Roll, but I ain't never listened to nothing he put out. But yeah, apart from Victoria Monet, Coco Jones, and Ice Spice, I don't know everybody else, which is crazy. But anywho, where am I at? Okay. It seems as Darius Jackson is throwing shade, or has been throwing shade, at his ex Keke Palmer, which they've been embroiled in controversy because it seems like both of them are toxic, have been toxic to each other. He's been toxic to her, she's been toxic to him. And he tweeted out the following: "When I tell you they make men go through hoops when it comes to seeing their own kids, then they have the audacity to throw the fatherless home statistic at your face, let alone make you feel honored to get any type of time with your own child." Look, I don't even know what's going on. I don't even know the allegations are true with one or both of them, but they're damning and alarming. But something got to give. And I would like it if Mr. Darius stops tweeting out, because you tweeting isn't going to really help your case and you seeing your kid. Court of public opinion might be on your side, but in terms of you actually, as it actually being a follow-up to you actually getting there and spending time with your kid, I don't know. I can't see it happen. But I think he continued, or Keke Palmer responded. Yeah, he did. I feel for the dads that gave up when it came to custody. It's mentally, emotionally, and physically draining. You'll lose yourself. My spirit is too strong to give up, but I totally understand. I've pondered it. Thank God I have an amazing circle. Too many Ahabs have given these Jezebels, I haven't heard that one since good old JR, a voice and a platform to call the shots. A lot of weak men. I was once a weak man. Oh, he took the red pill. You spend your life being miserable as a weak man, looking for approval that you'll never get. I mean, I understand how he can feel he can't see his kid, but it's like, please get off the internet, bro. You need to fight with your kid, not fight for your voice. But I don't know, bro. If that shit turns out to be true, these tweets gonna come back to haunt him. Not looking for sympathy. Oh, he continues. Not looking for sympathy either. Trust me, I've seen enough of society not to want anyone else's approval. I actually gotta learn to love y'all. Love yourself. Love yourself enough not to tweet out your feelings when you actually going through some real shit. Like, when you going through some real shit, learn to love yourself. Uh, all right, I'm back. Got to check something. Where am I at? And he keeps going. And for those that expect me to ever speak on anything, that's for my family's private matter. Yes, it's still my family. I share a soul with this person. You can do your own research and make your own judgment. God damn. For those who don't have kids, and this is something I will emphasize to my son, wait till marriage and make sure God is the center of your relationship. There is a rule book that's been given to us thousands of years ago. Best to follow it, because everything else leads to chaos. Now, if he's talking about like waiting to marriage to have kids, I can understand that. It would be the right thing to do. And I do think that religion does play a somewhat of a factor when it comes to, you know, marriage and stuff like that. But you don't ever want to force it on nobody. So as long as she's cool with it, you cool with it. But, you know, I really wish he hadn't tweeted this out though, because it's like, bro, this ain't gonna get your girl back, gang. This ain't gonna get your kid back, bro. All right, now we move on to Megan Thee Stallion. She celebrated going #1 with Hiss, and she spoke about spending her own money out of pocket for the visuals. Mm-hmm. Hold on, before she even responded. And a lot of people will look at that and just take it as, oh, she's lying. Like she didn't really put money in her own bank account. But I would believe her. But you know how people are. They'll think that if you lied about something once, you'll lie about it again and again and again. But, you know. Why she look like that? Hold on. The record was fire. I will give her that. Both Hiss and Cobra were amazing songs. Anyone who says otherwise, I don't know what to tell you. Because in Cobra, not Cobra, but Hiss, she literally threw shots at everybody. Not just Nicki Minaj, but how come Nicki Minaj was the only one that said something? And I've repeated that even in my videos about covering this whole thing. And Cobra was that shit. She was talking about everything she's went through up to this point, losing her mom, losing her grandma, things that is hard for anybody to cope and deal with. But she let it be known, like, yo, this is what I went through. And the visuals to that song told a story, a visual story. And that's why I like music videos so much. They tend to tell a story within a song, in a sense. And the funny thing about all this, people are still banking on that Rock Nation boosted her numbers. People still saying Nicki Minaj helped her with her numbers. But I would disagree with that. Because y'all wouldn't say the same thing if it was somebody else. I don't think. I think if it was Latto or any other artist that Nicki's gotten into it with, and that song did well, y'all wouldn't be saying it. But I don't think it's a case of Nicki helped her. I think it's a case of there's a lot of people who's tired of Nicki Minaj, feeling like that she going around bullying people, and they going out supporting Megan. And I don't think people understand how punching down works. When you punch down on somebody, typically you inadvertently create a sympathy wave in droves of people. And that's what happened with Megan Thee Stallion. She wanted sympathy, she got the sympathy. It's just like here on YouTube. If somebody disses me, a smaller creator, then chances are they gonna look at the person dissing me and be like, well, yo, why are you dissing him for? Now, they can understand if I say something crazy out my neck. But if they look at it and they're like, well, he ain't really talk crazy, but you punching down, then you would create a sympathy wave, which would boost engagement numbers organically, which would cause people to want to subscribe, and support. Like I've seen that over the years on YouTube of people blowing up because of a sympathy wave. They call somebody out, say, yo, you're wrong on this and this. And then what happens? They end up getting bigger than the person that they were punching down on at one point. And we've seen it. Like I seen it happen with Dante in the Black Okage. The Black Okage punched down on him when Dante reacted to one of his stuff. And guess what happened? You fast forward to today. Dante last. He lapped the Black Okage. Like Dante's got multiple channels with millions of subscribers. He's got plaques for his Twitch. He lapped him in everything imaginable. I mean, sure, TBH is still doing his own thing, but I bet you he regrets doing that shit. And it ain't just him. It's other people that have tried to do the punching down, and then the person they're punching down on grows and surpasses them. So my question is, what y'all gonna do when the day comes and Megan Thee Stallion becomes a bigger star than Nicki Minaj? So much so, she, what's the word? I would say outperforms, outsells, and does it so much to where no matter what Nicki puts out, she can't respond to it through numbers. Are y'all gonna say, oh, well, Megan became a bigger star because of Nicki? Probably. Because y'all never want to give a person credit. Oh, you only blew up because of this person. All right. Next. Wait, already? Okay. Next, we got Jess Hilarious talking about the whole thing and addressing the whole controversy surrounding the Breakfast Club hiring her to do the show. And she was pretty much responding to people hating on it. I'll refresh the page first because she's talking right now. Hmm. Old, bald, all of that. And I've thought Jess Hilarious would be a great fit for the Breakfast Club. She's well deserved of that. But that was a swerve. Nobody expected this to happen because Charlamagne, I think he's a genius. I think this was a great rollout because you play people into thinking we don't know who the host is, kind of have people thinking maybe it's iHeart telling Charlamagne, no, we're not gonna bring her in, have them rethinking things, renegotiating. Even Jess was a part of it. Jess was like, yeah, I'm gonna just pump fake and have people thinking that, you know, we got an issue, but they don't. But of course, people still gonna find a way to hate on this. Like people can say what they want to about, oh, the Breakfast Club isn't as relevant as they once was, but the thing about the Breakfast Club is they still do numbers. The numbers are still there. Charlamagne brags about the numbers all the time. He's still got a fan base that supports him. He's still making a killing doing this. And this isn't his only venture. And by the way, I don't know if people remember this, but back when there was a job listing, I think 2 job listings for a co-host for the Breakfast Club, do you know how much money that shit said? It said 6 figures. 6 figures. So y'all could talk about relevancy on the internet all you want to. Y'all could talk about virality. Y'all could talk about, are they trending on Twitter? You could talk about anything you want, okay? But it ain't gonna matter if I'm making 6-figure income. If I'm making 6-figure income working for a media conglomerate, I wouldn't care if I got 5 views a pop on my show. If they're paying me more than what the YouTube site would pay, do you know how many views you would have to get 6 figures on a check? You would, bro, you would probably have to get billions of views. If I had to put a number on it, let's say 100 billion views. 100 billion views grants you 6-figure income, which sometimes just to get 1,000 views is hard to do. But 6 figures? 6 figures worth of views and engagement? Bro, forget about it. That it's hard to do. I ain't know Baltimore like that.
Because I don't know why you got a Scully on. Like, yeah, that means you ain't shaved that little bit of fuzz coming out.
I got a haircut 2 days ago.
Oh, okay, yeah. Because sometimes you look like you care, sometimes you don't. You come in with slippers on. They say, we've been doing this for 13 years, so we don't care. Interesting.
Okay.
It was interesting that when I first had announced, right, like everybody who was like off.
But yeah, I think Jess is well deserving of the spot. I think this was well played out, well drawn. Everybody should take a bow. Okay. People could call what they want. I view it as hate. Because, and hell, I didn't even know that many people did not like the Breakfast Club until they announced that Angela Yee was leaving. And it showed how many people did not like the Breakfast Club. I was shocked, floored. But one reason why I think folks don't like the Breakfast Club is because they're not as edgy as what they once were. I think a lot of hate stems from people who want the Breakfast Club to still be edgy, to still be provocative like they was in the earlier days, but you can't do that the bigger you get, especially this day and age. It's not even worth the drama. But yeah, I think the Breakfast Club will live on and prosper nonetheless. All right. I seen this discussion on Twitter. Back on February 2nd, there was, wait, let me correct this. Let me correct this. There was this discussion saying 30 an hour is not a livable wage. Let's wake up. And this was saying 725 is not livable, like repeated. Which I don't know no job that's paying $7.25 an hour no more. Where do you live where any job is paying $7.25 right now? $7.25, it's the federal wage per hour. But there's a lot of companies, I'd argue most companies pay a lot more than the minimum wage. A lot. McDonald's does it, even though I wouldn't call that livable. Walmart does it. Other places do it. And it could be livable, but maybe not comfortable. But this person thinks that 30 an hour is not a livable wage. Holy hell. Talk about a Twitter bad take. $30 an hour isn't livable? Okay. Let's do the math on that. Real quick. Let's do the math on this. I'm whipping out the calculator for this. I can't even show this shit on stream, can I? Of course not. But if I'm doing the math correctly, 30 an hour. Or you know what? I'll do it on my phone. I can't even show y'all. if you making 30 an hour, let's say you work 8 hours a day. It's fucking backwards, but you get the point. My phone's backwards, but you can see that shit. Basically 240 a day. If you work 5 days a week, and if you get paid weekly before taxes, you making $1,200. And if you get paid bi-weekly, then that's $2,400 before taxes. I'm gonna just say fuck it. Y'all get the picture. $2,400 before taxes. Where do you live where you can't afford to pay everything for $2,400 bi-weekly? There are some people who can barely get $1,000 bi-weekly or weekly. Now, I can understand if you live in a big city like LA, Atlanta, Houston, but hell, even New York State. But if you live in a big city, maybe it could be understandable. But if you live in a place like Mississippi, Louisiana, places that cost of living is not that bad, then you make 30 an hour and you make $2,400 pre-tax, then that's enough to pay your mortgage. That's like, you pretty much gonna have extra money to the side to pretty much spend on whatever. $2,400. $2,400. But people have this idea like livable in the sense of comfortability. Like they think that they are entitled to make so much damn money. They can go buy Cuban links all the time. They can go buy a Rolls Royce. Spend money on unnecessary shit is not a comfortable lifestyle. Taking vacations is a comfortable lifestyle. But if you making that much a year, if you just blowing through the shit, and then look at this response. Baby, 50 ain't even livable. Now, doing the math on 50, that's $400 a day. $2,000 a week, $4,000 bi-weekly. You almost making 6-figure income. Like, you're almost making 6-figure income. So Xbox will die if their games don't go to PS5. I agree. But yeah, anybody who thinks that 30 isn't livable, if $50 an hour isn't livable, then why the fuck are you investing in houses that you can't afford? Investing in cars you can't afford? Investing in things you cannot afford? Don't invest in things you cannot afford. Did people not teach y'all about budgets? I mean, maybe some people didn't teach y'all about budgeting yourself when you get your first spot, whatever, but bro, like, you just gotta budget yourself. $50 an hour. If I was making $50 an hour at the job I'm at, I would probably have enough money to rent out a whole studio. a empty studio where I could film content, I would have that much more money. Or better yet, I would be able to save up money to where I could knock off more and more and more of my freaking mortgage. Twitter is not a real place. Okay. All right, there was this story that went around, I want to say, oh, okay, people added context. Okay. This was yesterday. No, it was 2 days ago. Adult star Lisa Ann, one of the GOATs, was arrested for looking at her phone while watching Matt Rife. And this was a bit, misconstrued by Dick Sturto. I mean, at the time we didn't know, but readers added context with the community note saying she was arrested and dragged out by the NYPD after allegedly causing a nuisance at the show, including recording, refusing to stop, getting loud and disruptive, and kicking the officers. Oh, she cooked. She is cooked.
I did nothing wrong. I didn't touch my phone. I wanted to see Matt Rife because he's a friend of mine. And I go to jail. I did nothing wrong.
Does she sound British when she said that? She said, I did nothing wrong. I just wanted to see my friend, Matt Rife. I know that's not how British folks talk, but you get the point. But I wonder how Lisa Ann gonna get herself out of this one. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like, comedians do find it a bit rude and disrespectful for you to be recording and being disruptive while they're doing a set. So I understand why she got dragged out. But at first, it was made to seem like they just took her out because she was looking at the text. Like as if that's what she was doing. But if I go to a comedy show, I'm not going there to be on my phone. Like, so I get that. But I will say this, Lisa Ann does look good for her age. But she's crazy. I guess that's just end of story for that one. Close that book. All right, next up, there was this discussion that was brought up on Stephen A. Smith's show, because for people who don't know, no, I'm not trying to do that. For people who don't know, Stephen A. does his show, Stephen A. Smith show on YouTube, where he gets asked questions on Twitter, which could debunk people's theories on Stephen A. Smith. When people say, oh, nobody asked Stephen A. for his opinion, he literally can tweet out, hey, what y'all want me to talk about on the show? And he has a bunch of people ask him questions. But of course, some idiot may say, oh, Stephen A. Smith gets bots to... Y'all are dumb. But anyway, there was somebody that asked him a question who said, who do you think winning a street fight between Stuart Little and Ratatouille?
Stephen A., what do you think winning? Who do you think, at You Love Loss, LOS. Who do you think is winning in a street fight? Stuart Little or Ratatouille? That's an
Ratatouille.
easy one. It's Ratatouille.
Ratatouille? Over Stuart Little? No.
Listen. When you think about Stuart Little versus Ratatouille, right? Here's what I want you to think about, okay? If you were about to get in a fight, if you were a boxer, for example, a UFC fighter, and you were the dude that wore silk pajamas, that was in a 3-story single home, and you ate a full meal every 3 times a day, and you lived a life of comfort, and you were going up against a street dude who's had to scratch and claw his way through life all his life, who you putting your money on under those desperate situations? That's Stuart Little versus Ratatouille. You didn't think I knew that, did you? You didn't think I knew that, did you? See, Stuart Little, time be messing around. Ratatouille, that one, you know, he like one of those rats in the New York subways. That's what that is. That's Ratatouille. See, Stuart Little's the one, the little mouse you found in your house that was accidentally picked up by your mama who dropped it in the sink. That's what happened to my mama, God rest her soul, years ago. Ooh, it ran and dropped it and ran. Scared the living hell out of my mother. God rest Janet Smith's soul. But Ratatouille? No, that's them big-ass rats in the sewers of the New York subway system. Well, you know, the kind that
Oh my God. I love Stephen A., bro. I fucking love Stephen A.
I mean, the Ratatouilles of the world in the New York subway system, they the ones that the only thing that could get them to move is the train. Outside of the train, people roll up to Ratatouilles. He looking at you up and down like you short. Boss, you're living, you don't go get out my face.
Yo, I fucking love Stephen A., bro.
Stuart Little or Stuart Little ain't even in Ratatouille's class. Ratatouille all day, every day. All day, every day. You heard me. Ratatouille.
I gotta go against the grain and pick Stuart Little. Who would y'all pick? Who would y'all pick? Anybody in the chat or that's gonna watch this later? Who would y'all pick between Stuart Little and Ratatouille? I gotta go with Stuart Little. Only because that's my childhood. Stuart Little was my childhood. I can't go against him. Ratatouille came after. But you know, like Stuart Little kind of seems like a resourceful type of person. You know what I'm saying? He seems like that if he had a box Ratatouille, which I would assume Ratatouille would be the villain, because I can't see Stuart Little be the villain in that. I think what he would do, he would be on some Rocky shit and be like, ding, 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 and just train his ass off to fight Ratatouille. And his wife may be at home. Stuart, you can't beat Ratatouille. He's stronger than you. You know what I'm saying? Maybe something like that. I have to fight Ratatouille to show who's the toughest. That's my best way of trying to do a Rocky impression. It probably sucks, but yeah. Anyway, I would definitely pick Stuart Little over Ratatouille. Sorry. Let's see what's next. Okay, this. Please don't play the fucking audio. Please don't play the goddamn audio. Okay, good. I'm not playing the audio for this because I'm not trying to run out of my own house, okay? And we know spring is coming soon. But this guy who was, I guess, part of a bunch of tourists was in what they say this was? It was somewhere overseas. Oh my God. That's fucking with me right there, yo. Them bees look huge. Like that look like some shit you see. Like them bees look big. I thought they were wasps. Like I ain't gonna hold you. I thought them shits were wasps. And the crazy part about this dude decides to run after everybody else left. And I'm not playing again because it's gonna play the audio. And I'm gonna yank my headphones out and run. I'm not doing it. No. I would question, did y'all accidentally step on a beehive and pissed off the queen? Like, is that what y'all did? Y'all squished the queen and y'all wonder why you getting attacked? Like, I'm talking about they pulled up on him like, you in the wrong part of town, bucko. Like, and the dude just, the idiot just stood there. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know where they was at. And this coming from somebody who can't swim. But if that was me, I'm jumping in the nearest lake. I may drown. Hopefully I don't die due to injury. But it's either them or me. And I know they can't swim. I know they'll suffocate underwater. But they'll be above water. But if them things are bees, them are some... Yeah, that's why I wouldn't go to certain places overseas, because some places overseas got some weird looking insects, like some shit you see out of a sci-fi thriller. Okay, there was a gender war topic that's weekly at this point. I can't play the audio of this because of the music, but basically, the tweet says, ladies, do you still want to get married? And it's pretty much describing this woman clean her man's house or their house. I don't know. And him just sitting there, her doing everything, her taking out the trash, even putting the kids to bed. And women kind of looking at it like, there's no way in hell I would do this. No way in hell. Now, her taking out the trash is wild because that's something as men we normally do. We normally take out the trash while they doing the dishes or whatever. Oh, the trash full? All right, give me the bag. I'll walk it outside. And I bet you that trash can ain't that far either. But I don't know about y'all and how y'all was raised. I can't just sit there and just watch somebody clean. Like, my upbringing was like that. No shot. It was so much so to where I can't just sit there and watch you clean. Like, unless you're telling me, honey, calm down. Let me handle everything. You just sit there, you watch your YouTube videos, and you just look handsome. Okay? Sit there, look handsome, let me do this. Then I'll do it in that case. But I wouldn't just not take out the trash. I'd be like, babe, you got some trash to take out? I'll take care of it. And it's because that's how my grandparents raised me and my parents raised me. They raised me to clean up after yourself. And if this is his house, I would assume he does some of the chores sometimes. Because, and granted, we don't know nobody's relationships dynamics at this point. But I hope it's not a case of, oh, you have to clean my house. If I make a mess, you have to clean it. I wouldn't like that, because that just gives off lazy and nasty. Like, you know, but to each their own. People have their way of, you know, making themselves happy. And that's another thing too. If she feels like she is accomplished by saying, look, babe, I'll do the chores around the house. You just sit there and watch football or play the game. And it could be his house. And it may, and like another thing too, to speak for the fellas, a lot of guys ain't ever gonna get this type of treatment. a lot of guys want this type of treatment, but they can't get it. They may never get it. And when a guy gets a woman like this that's willing to do all that work for you, like, you gonna think, yo, what the fuck? It's gonna be new. It's gonna be a new experience. But yeah, in the end, if it makes her happy doing this, I ain't worried about it. You know, it is what it is. Just another day on Twitter. Gender war. This is what, part 300 to the gender war at this point. All right. There was this other conversation people had about this woman. People don't know who she is. Her name is Gracie Bond, who this tweet says she has to be the BBL final boss. And I wanted to discuss this because people gonna swear to God, and people are swearing that they would not fuck a chick with a BBL. If you single and you a man, first of all, you ain't never been in a room with a chick with a BBL. You probably work at the average job, average income, all that shit. So with that being said, how do you think you would curve this? Because I'll do the thing where I say, look, if this girl sees you at the club and she tries to back up her assets onto you, you're not going to push her off unless you got a girl with you in the club. But if she says, yo, let's go somewhere more private, just me and you, and she closes that door, locks that door, plays some music, and sits on your lap, you would be looked at very weird if you didn't do something with it. And the thing about women and BBLs, it's a half truth. Men do like BBLs. Ladies, men do like BBLs. They just wouldn't want to marry a chick with a BBL. But most men are not ever going to be in the same room with a chick that has a BBL. And I'm sorry, but going to the strip club does not count as being in the same room with one. Like, that don't count. I'm saying if you are out and about chilling and you're not going to see that in your day-to-day routine unless you live in LA and you're rich. Like, you're not seeing that, bro. And people can say what they want to about, oh, these women with the BBLs look the same. Shut up. You would hit all these BBLs too. At least the decent BBLs. If it's one of them BBLs from hell, then understandable. But if it looks close to the real thing, you gonna hit, bro. You gonna hit. Who you gonna try to lie and convince? Me or you? Because any man that says they will not fuck a woman with a BBL is lying. Because all this woman got to do, Miss Gracie Bond, is just sit on your lap and you're cooked. You're going to fold like a Montgomery, Alabama folding chair. You're going to fold. Like, you just will. Like, the fuck? I mean, we like naturally thick women to date and marry. But to just lay with, we wouldn't mind hitting a BBL. And anybody that says otherwise is tripping. Because there's plenty of women in the industry that have a BBL that if they locked you in a room with them, you would fold. It's true. It's damn true. All right. Let's see what else. What else? Okay, I seen something with Bobby Altoff and Suki Hana, which I will give y'all a trigger warning. Anytime y'all see Suki Hana trend on Twitter, you better run. Because typically it's nothing good. Anytime she trends on Twitter, it's got something nasty to do with it. And I'll never forget that day in my life where I seen that that vid of her projectile vomiting on a man's bare lap. And he just sat there. He didn't even get up and run. He just left. He didn't even leave. He just sat there in it. And he was like, oh, I'm gonna let you cook. That's how he was. Unless that was his kink. People have nasty kinks. But let's hear what Bobby and Suki did.
But that's why I'm interviewing you today, so I can get to know you.
So I'm a musician.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck that mean? Make magic or something? What is musician?
I think you're confusing that.
Yeah, I'm not no musician.
I
I make music. I make music. And that's not all I do. I make music, I act. I'm a TV star too, a young mogul.
Just really quick, I think you're confusing.
I'm not confusing nothing because you don't know. You thought that all I was a magician or whatever the fuck you said.
See, that's what I think you think I said.
No,
I said musician, not magician.
I don't think, baby. I don't think. What is that? That's ghetto. I don't think. I know.
So you
think.
I didn't say magician, Suki. I said musician. And I think you are a musician.
No, baby. I do music.
So you just really quick, for the record, could you say you don't think you're a musician?
I'm not none of that.
But then after that, you just said I do music.
Yeah, I do music.
So in other words, you're a musician.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
What do you?
Bro, Suki is crazy.
But that's why I'm interviewing you.
I'm gonna be honest. I feel like Suki just plays a character because there's no way in hell she really believed that. She's a musician. She's an actress. She's a model. That's what she is. But hey, yo, a cracked lens 97. Fucking E-Rock. How big is your Twix? You a freak for that. You was a fucking freak. This man E-Rock is an unhinged freak. Freaky bastard. Oh shit. Freak. But folks hate on Bobby Altoff because she's interviewed a lot of folks within the industry, and people get mad at Bobby when they'd rather go kick it with her or Club Shay Shay or even Casanat. Because at least with them, they're not gonna ask them personal questions about oh, did you really get Latto's name tatted on your neck? Are you and Latto really a thing? Like, they not gonna do that. Bobby's not gonna do that. Shannon not gonna do that. Kai's not gonna do it. They create safe spaces and environments, but people will hate. Anyway, Suki Hana is crazy, yo. Let's see. There was this report. This is a bit like a sports topic, quick sports topic I seen before I went live. According to Josina Anderson, Former Jets and Bills head coach Rex Ryan got interviewed for the Cowboys' vacant defensive coordinator job per sources. I'm gonna be honest with you, Rex Ryan needs to just sit where he's at ESPN because he's doing a good job as an analyst. Just sit there, do what you do best. Be an analyst. He has not been coaching on a team since Buffalo. And that was so many years ago. Now, I don't know when the last time he was a defensive coordinator. But he's always been a defensive mind coach. And that worked for a little bit. Only for a little bit. It didn't work all that much. But I think he ain't gonna get this job, especially if Cowboys have other options for their defensive coordinator position. I don't know. Depends on who their options are. But if he's their only option and they do end up getting Rex Ryan, like, it would be one thing if it was his brother, because at least with the Saints, for at least I think it was 1 or 2 seasons, the Saints had a decent defense. 2013, 2014. His first year as a defensive coordinator was great. But then you get to, I don't know what happened. I guess people figured him out, his game plan very quickly. Because what happened next, the Saints as a defensive unit just collapsed. I fuss with this style of content though. More love videos. Hashtag The Rock. You really still going by that mantra, The Rock? But yeah. Appreciate that though, E-Rock. I really hope Rex don't get it. Cause it's like with Rex, I feel like the Cowboys would be worse off, honestly. But yeah. It got to be a better option than him, because I can see people just trolling the Cowboys for this. And he better hope that that he does a phenomenal job in 2 years, or the Cowboys will rip him to shreds. And bro, if that defense starts to allowing a lot of points next season, he's gonna get crucified, because that defense for the Cowboys, even though I don't like the Cowboys, they was for real. Thoughts on Killer Mike? I spoke about it earlier before you got in here, E-Rock. I do think he was deserving of him winning a Grammy, if that's what you mean. But in terms of him like getting arrested, hey, oh my God, Wonton's in here too. Fuck Wonton. In terms of Killer Mike getting arrested, like, I don't know. I say free him. Like, I don't know. Wonton, I'm not answering that, dog. Wonton, you are gay. Yo, Wonton, you are gay, bro. You said was Drake packing and a little booty. What is wrong with you, dog? You are wild. But just know, side note, apart from that Drake thing one time, next time Drake trends, I'm not clicking it. Would you grab it? Hey, yo. You can make me find this dog.
Freaky frog! You a freaky frog! You fucking freaky frog! You a freaky frog! My uncle.
You a freaky frog. Yeah, don't click it. H dog, you excited for Hell Divers? I really ain't checking for Hell Divers, honestly. Like, it don't look like my type of game. The whole, like, you have a horde, like, what is it? Some type of horde mode? Like, that's what it looks like. Just taking on waves and waves and waves of aliens over and over again. Like, I can see that get repetitive for me. But I'm gonna move on to this next thing. This next this next topic, Monique ain't playing about Uncle Shay Shay because she went in on Skip. And here in this clip, she pretty much gonna cook Skip Bayless a new one.
Okay, so let me say this to you. The day I watched Skip Bayless lose himself with you, and that's what he did. He lost himself. And when I watched Skip Bayless say to you, put them goddamn glasses back on, boy. Now, I know he didn't say goddamn and boy, but that's what everybody heard. And I was waiting for you to snatch his ass across that table, baby, and give it to him. I was like, Shannon, this is the perfect time. I don't condone violence.
Right.
I don't say be violent. But that day, I was in my feelings for 2 days. Me and my grandbaby could not watch you for 2 days. And my husband had to say, Mama, let's talk about this. Look at Shannon Sharp. He retired in 2004, but he could still get on that field and run touchdowns, tackles, everything. Had he snatched Skip Bayless across that table, he would have died in Shannon's arms that day.
Right.
So Brother Shay Shay handled that right. Now we can talk. Okay? I just had to get that off of me because I know everybody around the world heard what I heard. No, he didn't say them words, but we heard it in his mind, and we was looking for you to say space and opportunity, Skip. Space and opportunity.
That's that be more coming out of you.
You know what? That's your Aunt Mary coming out of me. That's your Aunt Mary coming out of me, baby.
I got an aunt.
Ooh, I'm not gonna lie. He spoke on that before. That he would have beat the shit out of Skip. And I wouldn't have blamed him if he did, but we all know what would have happened. If he had did that shit, man, he wouldn't be working at First Take. Did I watch the Cat interview? Absolutely. Phenomenal interview. Cat talked his shit, okay? He talked his shit. But as far as this goes, he wouldn't be working at First Take. He wouldn't be working ESPN. I don't even think, well, Club Shay Shay may still be where it's at, even with him not being at ESPN, but I think a part of me thinks, would it have ever gotten to the height it's at today had that bit of violence occurred? Had that bit of violence occurred. Ooh. Whoops. Had to escort the pup out. But it makes you think. Would Shannon be in the seat he's in now? I don't know. He might, as far as Cup Shay Shay and Nightcap goes, but as far as first take, I don't know. And I don't even think Stephen A would have been able to endorse him to come to First Take. But it's a good thing he didn't. Nah, it just shows you how much restraint the man got. All right, next up. Now this story gets kind of fucked up. Because I've started seeing this kind of go viral. I ain't gonna say go viral, but a lot of people talking about it. I don't know who these people are involved. I guess this is the Twitterverse. Okay. But where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I think it's this. It starts with this picture. Apparently, dude in this pic, I don't know his age. But this girl's underage. Specifically 14 years old. And that girl was stalking and harassing another woman to the point where she had this whole essay of a tweet saying that that young girl who's 14 was harassing her on behalf of him. And this girl, whose name is C. Woods, she went in on him. She told him, there's a clip of her saying, yo, that's why I told you to turn around when you said you was 15 minutes from my house. I'm gonna go link up with this other dude. But at the time that he kept trying to get busy with this girl, she was a minor, but he claims he did not know.
Person is obviously out of high school, and no, I did not know that. If a person is out of high school, because what are we actually talking about? Now we're getting away from the actual facts.
Out of high school, nigga.
Now we getting away from
school, so I wasn't even in school. You never asked, and you never asked me when my birthday was. I'm just saying I'm just saying that you don't.
Bro, it was obvious that you were not no fucking minor.
But I was.
What? Hey, bro, you
I
can't do that, bro.
What? Person is obviously out of high school, and no, I did not know that.
See, that's a bad assumption on his part. How could you assume somebody is not a minor when they graduate high school? That's like saying because that a person is in college that they're automatically 18, 19 or 20. No. There are some girls that's in high school that graduate early. There's people who attend college early. That's the thing. And where he fucked up at was not asking about this girl's age firsthand. Like, when you engage in a conversation with the chick, first thing is first. You can always look at somebody and tell their age. That's number one. That girl in that pic that I showed was 14. How did he not tell? Is beyond me. How was he able to link up without that girl's father either A, knowing, or B, trying to stomp a mud hole in him? Is beyond me. But in this case, he assumed that this girl was of age and not in high school. I don't even know his age, but I guess he's in his 20s, which is weird. I just don't understand, why wasn't that the first thing to ask? He could have just asked her, like when you start talking to the girl, like, yo, like, I'm this age. What's your age? The moment she says that age, she's underage, oh, all bets are off. You fall back and be like, oh, damn, you too young for me. Then just fall back. Like, but some dudes are stupid, bro. And this is something that is like gone viral. People talking about this thing. I don't even know who these people are, but it's a Twitterverse thing. All right. And there's this other thing. This guy got his heart broke, it seems, for the first time. And he went to Twitter, got in his feelings. What she look like again? That's her, E-Rock. That's her. Like, how stupid could he be? I don't know. But, oh shit, let me fix this. Man's got his heart broke and he tweeted out his feelings. It's over, son. This is the worst batch of bitches all time. This shit is over. Press the button. Focus on yourself. It's over. It's over. These hoes want you to pay for everything. They're doing OnlyFans. They're still interacting with dudes they fucked while they date you. It's over. That's life. It's not over. It's life. It is what it is. It don't matter if she getting her back blown out by a bunch of guys. Okay? It's life. It happens. It's not going to stop. It'll probably always happen. It is what it is. Life happens, you move on, and you become better. Okay? It's so over, there aren't any left. It's over. It's pussy and titties on the net. These bitches gambling butt naked. They close friends and talking to 5 dudes, posting screenshots in their spam. It's done. It's over. Get your CDL. Get those text certs. It's over. Love your mom. He's really hurt. Like, and I don't know if he knows this, but guys do the same thing. Guys have group chats that they be sharing shit of what they told old girl. Like, we do the same shit. And guess what? When you start talking to a girl, you always are supposed to assume you're not the only one in the beginning. Just don't let that shit be on your sleeves and you go around acting like you hella insecure. Just keep it cool. Act like it don't bother you. Even if it can bother you on the inside, but just keep it cool and act like it don't bother you. Like, but this man had to been crying typing that. There's no way he wasn't. Because, yeah. It's over, son. Get this shit. This shit is over. These bitches wearing wedges. They got fishnets with Target bras on in the club. They also expect to be stay-at-home wives while you make money, but not with a regular job. You got to be a boss or a hood dude. It's done, y'all. It's over. If you didn't find a person before 2020, self-delete. It's over. You're going to die alone. Alright, that last one, alright, bro. He's clearly hurt. That last one, he's hurt. He don't mean nothing by what he says. He's just hurt. And it's his first time getting hurt. And, you know, like, I ain't never been that hurt to where I just go to Facebook, because that's all we had at the time, and hopped online and said, yo, this girl just broke my heart for the first time. Like, looking for sympathy. I never did none of that. They did. All right. Next up, I got a couple more things before we get up out of here. We're going to do something special. We're diving into Reddit confessions and then reacting to a couple videos. This first one. A girl punched me yesterday and I kicked her in the neck, causing her to go unconscious. What the fuck? I was in the playground doing, what the fuck is that word? I can't read. Calisthenics on the monkey bars when some grown-ass woman told me to stop so her kids can play without being distracted. Even though the kids wasn't paying attention to me, she still demanded I get off. When I was in the middle of arguing with her, she punched me square in the face, and I had enough and I kicked her on the side of her neck. She fell over unconscious. I immediately ran as fast as I could away before anybody noticed. Am I the one to blame? Yeah. I think this kid is the one to blame, even though like people could chalk it up as self-defense, but you ain't supposed to kick a woman in the neck, bro. You go run home to your parents and your parents can be like, we got a call from the police by the time you get home. And they're going to be like, you kicked a woman in the neck. You're going to jail behind that. Smile for the camera because your mugshot's calling. Like, you just can't do that, bro. It sets a bad example. Now, this is wild. I ate my boyfriend's ass while I was drunk. The title doesn't need to be explained anymore. When me and him got wasted for my 21st birthday, we went back to the hotel, had sex. Then he asked me to eat his ass and he enjoyed it. Oh dear God. How wasted you gotta be to let your girl eat your ass? I mean, look, I'm gonna let them cook because that's what some couples do. I don't kink shame, but I wouldn't do that. And if I found out that happened to me and I agreed to do that while being intoxicated, I would never get drunk again in my life. Yo, what the? Can y'all see this? Look at the reply. Look at the reply. And it's with a God of War fucking picture. You ate his ass on your birthday, you absolute saint of a woman. Username, check out. I eat assets. Literally the cake to end the night off. Wow. Wow. I spent $400 on a fuckable silicone ass. Basically, I got tired of jerking with my hands, so I wanted to try a toy. I ended up not liking it because it was heavy and hard to clean, so I tossed it in the dumpster. A homeless man or garbage man is probably fucking it now. And the reply, this one reply makes it no better. Holy shit. I paid half of that like 4 years ago. Xmas to myself, it's difficult to clean, so I don't actually ever use it as intended. It's in the garage, tied up in a t-shirt like a cured ham. Hide my drugs in there. Y'all crazy. All right, the last one. She lied to me. I'm currently in a relationship of 2 years. I believe this girl is the love of my life. Regardless, I can't help but feel this underlying guilt and somewhat disgust with myself for how this came to be. 2 years ago, I, 20, got a call from a good friend for a two-man operation, herself and her friend. It's not something I do a lot, but I'm all for it. Upon arrival at her house, we hit it off in a couple hours of hanging out. It's time to get down and dirty. Kissing ensued and hands were all over the place. Whose hands? Never thinking I was doing anything wrong. Before I had asked her, how old are you? I know you didn't. I know you did not. She replied with old enough, get out, run. That statement should have thrown me off, but it didn't. She was naked when I was supposed what was I supposed to do? She was 18. Wait. She pointed this out herself. We do the deed and continue seeing each other for a few days. The whole time I was thinking she was 18. On a date, cruising around, she drops a bomb on me. Tells me her actual age is 16. FML. I felt trapped, but so much more ashamed of myself. I went to my parents to confess and surprisingly got their support. I met her parents, more of the same support. I had genuine love for this girl. I felt we had an actual connection, something I never felt before. I try to suppress these thoughts, but I can feel them eating their way back into my mind. She is now 18. I'm now 21, close to 2020, close to 2020, close to 22. Am I a creep? No. I actually thought this was going to be worse, but you got me in the first half. You got me in the first half. Because I was thinking he was going to say I'm 25 or something like that. If you was 25, you'd be absolutely a creep. But because you're 22 and she's, or I'd say she's now 18. You're now 21. That's not creepy. Because typically them type of girls go for guys in their early 20s. But if she was 16, it would be weird. But because this happened when she was 16 and you're 20, that's just a 4-year age gap. And most states, like in terms of legality, like they have what they call it. They have an age gap clause where if it's no more than 4 years apart, it's cool. But beyond that, it gets weird. Y'all's age gap is not that bad. Like, I can get it if you was 25, 26 and she was 16. You're crazy. But this isn't that bad. It started off bad, but it ended better. Avoided a tragedy, it sounds like. Okay. Now we getting into this. Let me crop this a little bit better. I didn't mean to do that. Do this. Okay. Jadion apparently is at it again. says prank leads to jobs being lost. Gideon then apologizes. This from Auburn Preach. Shout out to them.
Boy Gideon.
But the one thing I think that haunts me the most is one of my most popular pranks was whenever I snuck into the Gatorade HQ and I deceived the security guards and lied and said that I was working there.
Excuse me, ladies. Do you know what floor PepsiCo's on? I gotta check in. Okay. We're with the Gatorade commercial team. We just have to go talk to PepsiCo. ID? Yes, ma'am. We gotta go shoot a commercial for them.
So did they know you coming up there?
Yes, ma'am.
If you're not in the system, I have to call upstairs.
No, yeah, you're gonna have to call upstairs. This was kind of like last minute. Just tell them we're with the commercial team.
If you guys don't remember, Gideon used to do pranks for quite a long time on YouTube. One of my more liked pranksters. I don't like a lot of them, but Gideon was an exception because he did some that I really enjoyed. But some of them were kind of wild. And, he recently stopped as he really rediscovered his faith and realized that a lot of the stuff that he was doing, according to himself, wasn't okay.
Why can't you follow Christ and make content?
So wait, is he really on this? Is he still like on the whole I'm a Christian now thing? Because I honestly thought this was just a bit, but...
I mean, you're over here making millions upon millions of people happy. Isn't that of God? Isn't it a godly thing to put a smile on people's faces and to make them happy? And while bringing happiness to the world is of God, you can also bring happiness to the world through wickedness. You could bring happiness to the world by serving the devil, you know? Not all happiness is from God.
He decided to change his whole direction, turn towards God. And, with some self-reflection, he thinks back on some of the many pranks that people loved. And this is one in question.
And that I was part of a commercial team, and I got the prank done.
Hello, we're here with IMG Academy.
Didn't the lady said you guys couldn't do it?
Yes, ma'am, but I got the authorization, and then she got us.
Okay, hold on.
Okay. How you doing?
You guys know where to go?
Yes, sir. Bro, guys, confidence is key. Hey, what's up, my man? We have some test flavors. You mind trying some?
Sure, that'd be great.
Oh, appreciate you. This one is EMERP.
EMERP?
I know, finally Gatorade stepped up the game. Me personally, this is my personal favorite. IMAP Use. I like that one too. Can you say, I love IMAP Use?
Got millions of views off of it. So many people giving me prop.
Corporate, they're trying to get us to use lingo whenever someone likes the flavor. So can you say, I would definitely hit Ice Spice?
I would definitely hit Ice Spice.
I would too.
Okay.
But what a lot of you guys don't know is 3 people lost their jobs.
Whoa. All right, that was funny. Getting them to say that bar, hey, I'd hit Ice Spice, that was funny. But this ain't.
Because of me. Because I lied and was saying that I worked there, I got 3 security officers fired that had been working there for years.
Damn.
All because I wanted to play a practical joke. All because I wanted to entertain you guys. And that's evil. That truly is evil. And to those people that I got fired,
I wouldn't say it's evil.
Here's how you go from this to that with Adobe
Oh,
Express.
damn, Frank.
You're going to start by uploading your media. You're going to select your video, duplicate it, and then align. Make sure your top layer is selected. Remove that background. Then you'll go ahead and add your text, customize it to.
I wouldn't say it's evil. I think it's very negligent.
Evil is, there's levels to this shit.
Yes.
And evil is a bit much.
Because when I think of evil, I think
You
of
could be too hard on
intentionally
yourself.
going out to harm people. I think there's a certain level of intent that's there. When I think of what he did, it was just very thoughts. What do you want me?
I don't like pranks. I'm not here for it. It's wasting people's time and stuff. And now you're wasting people's livelihood and money. I'm not really here for that. Never been a fan. So yeah, especially with the repercussion of that. After that,
I'm sorry. I truly am.
Okay.
Good. For him to be saying sorry, that's one thing. Doesn't mean that they have to forgive him or whatever, whatnot. It's good that
they
he does other things and pranks. I'm happy for that. But initially, oh my God, I would have been pissed. I really.
Oh, absolutely. 100%.
I'm happy he's doing something else, man. I'm happy he's able to self-reflect.
1000% I'd be pissed. You cost me my job. It's up for you. You can be on this Christian crusade all you want to, but it'd be up for you. Like, I wouldn't want to fight, but I'd be like, yo, what you did was fucked up. And I'm pretty sure at the time, them people wanted to fight Jadeon.
Flag and be like, that's not the best.
Whoops, I didn't mean to go full screen.
The best thing I should have done. And at least he recognizes it. We all make some mistakes. Yeah, good for him. Good for him if he's able to see that in the self-reflect. Not a lot of people can. Nah, it was nothing. It was just a prank. It was just a... Yeah, your pranks sometimes have consequences.
If your prank costs people their livelihoods and their jobs, it's not just a prank. And that's why it's just a prank is such an annoying thing. It's like people get these folks riled up, get them really upset. Like I've seen some pranks where the other person literally thinks they're being attacked and they might lose their life. Like, it's just a prank,
absolutely.
Yeah, when your adrenaline's rushing, when you're having all these kinds of things, like you're putting people in a really terrible emotional state. That's not just a prank. Pranks, something you did on your friends, your family. The pranks that we're seeing on YouTube is like everyone's trying to push the envelope to see how offensive they can be and how riled up they can get you and how much you can freak out and how much they can have you have a panic attack. Like I said, you don't know what people on the other end are going through. So you're just
100%.
pressing these buttons to see what happens, find out. You just launched a nuclear button. You had a dude blast somebody because he thought he was being assailed by two individuals. And then they wanted to say, you don't have a right to...
Quit thinking about my twinkle.
What's that?
Quit thinking about my twinkle.
No.
Quit thinking about my twinkle.
Get out of my business, like house. Stop.
And it's crazy that when that shit happened, his parents defended him. His parents absolutely defended him. Defended him to no end. Like his mom literally sat there and said, oh, he just didn't feel like taking the joke. His dad took up for him. Like, and the dude still does pranks. Like, I just think that there's a line you should not cross with people, because there's people who will end you over this. And even though me and pranks, there's some pranks I could find funny, but others that's like this, nah, you deserve every bit of smoke that's gonna come your way. And I think the guy got bailed out of prison afterwards.
However you feel about that case, whether or not it's self-defense, it's a gray zone. And that's what you guys are operating in. You guys are risking your lives and the lives of people around you. What if the cops would have showed up and started blasting that dude? What if that dude missed y'all and hit an innocent person? What if you had the strap on you for self-defense person and you start firing back and other people get hurt? Like, the way you guys are escalating these kinds of situations is unreasonable. The other aspect of this is like, these are young men who are on these platforms. They have all this fame and adulation, right? Doing pranks is one of the quickest ways to shoot up if you go extreme enough. So they're trying to just get by. Honestly, I say this every time. I'm glad I wasn't a YouTuber in my young years. Who knows what I would have done? Who knows how I would have used my influence or whatever it is with women, with money, and all these other things. So these young people are coming into the game and acting like menaces.
I ain't gonna lie, I would have been a super duper troll if I was like, bro. And that would have been a perfect time, because when I was in high school from like 09 to 13, being a troll was viewed as cool. Like, that was the thing. And you could have got away with it. And honestly, I still have that regret of not doing YouTube when I should have. You know? I still have that regret of maybe I should have did YouTube when I was in high school, 16, 17, but nobody was doing that shit at that time. So that's just off topic, but
I expect that from people in their late teens to early 20s. I expect it. I don't think it makes it okay, but it's understandable. Seeing that growth, I think that's a beautiful thing. And so I'm happy for the brother.
Join Planet Fitness during
Oh,
Green
not
Fitness
another.
Energy Sale and save big. Deal ends Friday, February 16th.
Oh, Post Malone.
Hey.
Look at my content. Every video where it was someone getting angry or someone getting in my face, those are my most viewed videos because when you provoke people and when you get people out of their element, when you get people in a spirit of rage, it gets views. And
yeah,
I would profit off of that. And I was teaching younger kids that were looking up to me, this is how you blow up. This is how you get big, by provoking people, by making people just trying to do their day or work their job, by getting them angry because you're doing what you're not supposed to.
Basically doing something you really don't want to do. Because I don't think Gideon actually was that passionate about pranks to where he is like, you know what, I want to just intentionally fuck over people. I feel like he did that just as something that he can look at like it's something I gotta do and not want to do. There's a big difference between doing something you feel like you gotta do and, you know, don't want to, but you have to. And I think that's the position he was in. I mean, it's good that he's kind of realizing, you know, error his ways, but it's like, you know, damage is done. I mean, I guess he's on his Kai Snot art, where Kai, you know, he at first was doing pranks. Now he's not doing pranks. He's just doing IRL shit and streams and, you know.
And so to everybody that I ever provoked in my videos, to everybody that I embarrassed and humiliated in front of millions of people, I'm truly sorry.
His apology, you know, I think it's good to talk about it with the internet, but at the end of the day, it's to the people who lost their jobs. It's to the people who were affected by the pranks, right?
Yeah.
What everyone saw was this amazing prank, but on the back end of it is people losing their jobs. Oh, the security should have been better. Listen, security lapses happen. People don't get fired over them instantaneously. The reason why they got fired for this is because this was highly publicized. Gideon made so much money off this, as did his company Prime. They profited off the fact that these guys and magnified their mistake. The company had to.
Wait, them were Prime flavors? Wait, them flavors were Prime and not Gatorade? Oh, okay. I can see how problematic that could be.
To take action. So yes, absolutely cost them their job. It cost them their job. And in this economy where people are struggling to make ends meet, sometimes that job is the one thing you need to just be able to make rent at the end of the month. And you take that from somebody, you might be pushing people towards homelessness. You don't know what people's living situations like. You don't know if they got kids, if they got bills that are behind. You don't know. The amount of people who are living paycheck to paycheck in America, I don't remember the number was. Do you remember what the number was?
No, but it's a lot.
Damn.
73% of millennials are living paycheck to paycheck.
That's true.
When you cost somebody's job in that kind of situation, what are you expecting? People, oh, you guys are just being old heads, all this other stuff. How many of these pranks have you seen gone south where someone's had enough? Like the one in the grocery store where the people got arrested for it.
Oh my God. Not CBK?
Y'all think this is just a prank? It's not. It's real life. You're taking people's groceries.
Excuse me? This is my stuff. Say it one more time. This is my stuff. What do you mean? I buy this. No. Hey. Wait. What's going on? I scanned it. You're taking that from me? What? 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 Excuse me? Yo, what's up? Wait, what happened? I buy those stuff. Those groceries, those are mine. You kidding me? You see the water bottle? Hey! Get off!
Bro, they should have banned him from the store for that. Like,
how's it going, man? Disappear from me, okay? Bro, homie tried to fight me over his paper towels. That's actually comedy. But me personally, like if someone was trying to take my groceries, I'm probably giving the same reaction. I feel like everybody is not gonna let anyone take their groceries. But bro, that was hilarious.
Nah, that.
Shot. You need to learn. Nah, bro, get shot. I know you said you don't wish it on. I wish it on them. No. I wish it on them. Do you see me right now shutting the fuck? Sorry, I ain't said shit. You in the I said cook them, and you're cooking me.
I'm just saying, it annoys me because we've been saying this dumb shit gonna happen. We've been saying that.
We've been saying that.
And then it's becoming more popular. And listen, I love Jadion, that's the homie. But like, I think because of how he does his stuff, so many people are trying to emulate. Some people do it poorly.
But that's been happening.
Some people do it poorly. But we also have a Discord that's really popping and a Reddit where we get a lot of our topics. So if you want to submit, go check that out. Also, our Instagram's not too bad. Go check out all our socials, okay?
Yeah, go follow them on socials.
Flexible financing for
Oh, is that
cosmetic
it?
treatments and skincare.
That wasn't in the video.
You're traumatizing people and you're publicizing them on the internet without their consent for your own personal gain. It is incredibly unethical. It is incredibly unethical. And you guys think it's funny, but when it's your own family member that's freaking out, is being mocked online and laughed at because somebody stole their groceries or something fucking stupid, you won't probably have that same kind of mindset.
True. Absolutely true. I think at this point you could just call that like prank extremists or being very extremist with pranks, because somebody you'll end up creating a clone of yourself that is evil in every way, shape, or form, and that's what this is.
Because it's for your entertainment, you think it's all hunky-dory, it's amazing. But when it's your people, when it's you yourself, you don't think it's funny anymore. That's how I feel about this. You know, people ask me too sometimes, like, "Oh, aren't you a comedian? Don't you make jokes?" Yeah.
The setting is completely different between a prank and when you do comedy. When you do prank, they do not know what's going on. The context is different. You might think the context is the same because at the end of the day, you're going to say it's a joke or it's a prank, and you're making joke, therefore it's the same thing. It is not. When you pay a ticket to go to a show, this is the understanding that I pay
to participate in this experience.
Boom.
Yes.
Even if when you're posting videos online, you are publicizing yourself to the world.
Mm-hmm.
You're putting yourself out there for comments from your comment section, from other creators. That's what you're doing, right? You don't want a review, don't open a business. That's it. I would never go out into the street, film people who are just going about their day and start roasting people or saying a bunch of crazy shit. That's what these people are essentially doing. Much worse. But you guys
Cornelius Huber, what's up?
So, same thing.
How you doing?
It's not even close. A prank from outside, from someone that does not know, that's just living their life.
And what we're doing.
Yes, exactly. This is not even the same thing.
No, so...
The only thing that you understand is it's a joke, but it's not.
But yes, at the end of the day, like I said, I support the fact that people can change, people can grow, people can learn from their ways, and they can do things. And I even think there's ways to do pranks ethically. But you have to be considerate of the people that you're pranking.
There are ways to do pranks.
All of these people is that they don't give a fuck. They're trying to make content first, and that they don't think about anything else afterwards. So whether it was Kai going into the store and stealing things from the tip jar, or what my brother Gideon was doing at the time, like, these are not considerate of the people that they're actually pranking. That's not a prank.
Absolutely
that's just malicious. You know, when you're pranking your friends, you know them. You know what they can handle. So I would hope that you take that into consideration how you prank them.
And even that can go south.
Like, if I know my friend can't swim, I'm not just going to throw him into a pool and then just laugh at him the whole time if he's truly terrified. Because he might not find that funny. And there's going to be a whole issue.
Oh my God. I couldn't tell you how many times people tried that shit on me, knowing damn well I couldn't swim. Like, somebody tried to throw me in a lake one time. I couldn't swim. That shit is crazy. Because, boy, oh boy, that would have ended poorly. And let the pup out. That would have ended poorly if it was a case of that would have ended poorly. If somebody gets thrown in a pool, like it's happened to people. People get thrown in pools all the time at a party, and sometimes it's done to people who could swim, and sometimes it's not, and accidents happen. When a person has a drowning accident, now we have a whole situation on our hands.
Afterwards, that's between friends. Y'all play with people's lives, and they're strangers. I'll never understand that. So again, I'm hoping this prank genre dies out. There's still a couple people left who are menaces to society, and I hope a lot of them start disappearing more and more over time. But yeah, if you guys want to see what decent pranks look like, just go look at Just for Gags. I think they do it the best out of everybody I've seen so far. And they put release forms. They say, would you be part of this? And if they say no, they never publicize it. Do you think any of these guys are doing that? Nah.
A lot of my content wasn't quote unquote that bad. I'm gonna just get rid of all of it. It's all gone. I'll never be seen again because I love you guys. And to answer the question, why did Gideon delete all his videos? I deleted it because of you. That's why I deleted it. I love you guys that much. Even though I haven't met all of you guys, even though I don't know all you guys, I love you that much. That's the reason why I deleted all my content.
At any rate, I don't want to say too much on the prank topic. I just, I don't know. I stopped by this video, and it's cool to see people have growth. Because even me, looking back at some of the stuff I've done in the past, there's some things I'm not proud of that I've had to apologize to people over. And I'm proud of that because I don't want to live with that regret on my heart. It's also...
Yeah, I've definitely been there before. Especially in high school. Like, I was a menace. And when it came to like dating and relationships in high school, I got one taste of that and I acted like a crackhead. I was going overboard. I was being a liar. I was being a manipulator, cheater, all that shit. But I changed. I had to change for the better. Because had I been that same dude today, I don't think I'd be having a happy lifestyle. Sure, I'd have this house, but I don't think I'd be happy for real.
Also a burden off you that's lifted when you're able to make those amends. So I'm happy that maybe his soul feels a little bit lifted from this. And yeah, if you guys ever have things that you guys need to apologize for, to repent for, to change for, I hope you guys go through that process as well. Apologies are not bad. It is not a bad thing to say you're sorry. It's not a bad thing to be wrong. It's not a bad thing to be convinced 100% that you have things right and then learn afterwards like, oh, I was really fucking wrong and I hurt people. It's okay. And it's scary to admit that because it means you have to confront yourself and you have to confront the people that you hurt. And they may not forgive you. But I think going through that process helps you sleep better and helps you be a better person in general. So I'm supportive of anybody who does that, and I'm very happy for the brother. Whatever path he takes in life going forward, I'll always support.
Yeah,
good on you.
Anything else you want to say?
I hope
give all three of those people a job.
Can you do that now?
I don't know. Nah. I mean, listen, those people might never forgive him. I don't know.
Then that's the...
no,
you made a fool of me online. It cost me my
That's
job.
their right.
I'm going to be salty.
That's their right.
Yeah, they have every right to be salty.
They have the right to not... Yeah.
Yeah. Them people ain't never gonna forgive Gideon. They don't care how many apologies he can give out. I mean, I'm pretty sure they got another job by now. But you don't forgive somebody for that shit. Like, you may not want to fight him, but that's it. All right. So this last video is from Shannon Sharp Nightcap, where he told a story about how he got ghosted by an ex-girlfriend. This is something that is very, very relatable. I think something a lot of folks can relate to. Not that, I ain't trying to move that. There.
Remain a cordial relationship with people that you've dated and been intimate with, even after the fact, is very commendable. Very, very, very commendable. Because most of the time, things always end on bad terms, and there is no, being friends once you cross a certain threshold.
It took me a while to get to that, Ocho, though. It took me a while.
Oh, 100%.
It took me a while because I was allowing these women to hold my feelings hostage. They were going on with their lives, but I was in bondage.
Right.
So I said, I am not going to allow you to hold my feelings hostage. I refuse to be in bondage.
Right.
So I had to forgive them. And yeah, it took me a while because some of them did some things they didn't have to do. You could have just, I tell people all the time, Ocho, I don't have bars on my house. So it's not to keep you in or out. You walk in the door, I'll allow you to walk out.
That's true.
Yeah. Boy.
And
I
so
like
for
that.
me, it took me a while. It took me a while. Yeah, I've had situations, but because I believe, Ocho, that I'm always gonna come out on the winning side. And so when they've done things to me, I was like, okay, it is what it is. You felt that's what you needed to do, but I'm gonna win.
Right.
I'm gonna win.
Yeah.
I've had situations, Ocho, with women that I've dated. They ended up getting married. When they're going through hard times, who you think they call? Well, Shannon, I'm gonna get a divorce. I say, no, you're not. I said, you better stay with that man. I said, you got to understand how old you think you are. You got 2 kids. You this age. I said, I tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get you a hotel room. You stay there for a week. Y'all figure this ish out, but you don't need to leave him.
Right.
Ain't too many pics, Bluetooth, don't send me no G-Town, eat me up, deep down,
Fucking ads. Then they had music playing too. Try to get me out of here. The fuck y'all doing over there on YouTube?
Nerds Gummy Clusters. Unleash your senses.
Damn ads.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, we talked about it last night. Now, pickers get real slim.
I said, who you think you about to get? Who you think you about to get? You and your you damn near 50.
Listen,
50 with 2 kids, one of the worst.
Once you get out there in them streets and you see what's left over.
I said, because y'all have a disagreement. He said something that you didn't like, or you don't like the way he. Oh hell no! Y'all better solve that. And as a matter.
Yeah, I can't see myself getting a divorce. By the time I do get married, I can't see myself divorcing nobody. We gonna work this shit out one way or another. Because I seen my grandparents, they was together from death to I forgot how to say it. Death to you part. They fulfilled their end of the bargain when it came to marriage. Grandfather passed away in 2007. Grandmother passed away last year. And he held his end of the bargain. They was married for over 50 years. 50 years of marriage. And I'm pretty sure they had ups and downs and they worked through it. I would want to work through my problems in my relationship. If we're married, if you got to the point where we're married, then we got to work through some shit. Come on. We have to.
Matter of fact, hey, I already got it taken care of. You ain't got to show nothing. Everything that you need, the room and the incidentals are taken care of. Hey, stay your ass up there and make sure you make the right decision now.
Yeah. Yeah. You make the wrong one, you're gonna be looking back. You're gonna be looking back mad.
Come back 10 years later, they still married. Thank you. I appreciate that.
That's fire.
Look.
But you ought to be a therapist, man.
The way I look at it, look, you and I didn't work out. I don't think you're a bad person. You might have not been right for me. I might have not been right for you, but you might be perfect for someone else.
Right. Yeah.
And that's okay. Ocho, and that's okay. That's okay. Because at the end of the day, I want you to be happy. I might not can give you the happiness that you're looking for, but that doesn't mean I don't want you to have it. And if you found it at one point in time, stay there. I say it's easy. I said, damn, y'all. The minute of heart, I thought for riches and poor, sickness and health, and well, damn, so y'all just talking up there in front of the man, huh? Y'all up there in the church, and y'all just
don't even really mean what they say.
They be ready to go now. It just like the slightest inconvenience, or things don't go well, or you do something that don't sit right with them. They ready to go. They ready to go. Matter of fact, and they ready to go to somebody else that gonna do the exact same thing. Yeah.
And they're gonna get it worse.
Like my grandma
whatever happened.
Grandma always told me now, you don't have to lie to a woman, because she like you enough, she'll lie to herself.
For sure.
100%. That's why, you gotta be honest. Keep it a buck. Have them tough conversations that y'all don't want to have, and stay together.
You don't have to lie to a woman because if she like you enough, for them red flags,
Yeah,
look like Six Flags.
Yeah,
Oh,
they,
she
they,
going for that
you
ride.
can peep that
For
shit.
ride.
Oh my god, you
Yeah.
can peep that shit a mile away.
When it's
Yes.
convenient, based on the
but
opportunity.
I want all the women that I've been with in my time. I want them to find happiness. It wasn't for me. We didn't work out. But if there's anything I can do to help you, and you're in a situation, I got you. We didn't work for me. Like I said, and even though sometimes, Ocho, it didn't end on the best note, the best terms. We didn't end on the best terms. That's all right. I mean, I think that came from my grandmother and my sister. Because my sister like, Shannon, just pray about it. It's gonna be okay. She's like, you still my little. She always tells me this. Every time I've always gone through something, a breakup, she always reminds me who I am. You still Shannon Sharp. You still my little brother, and you're gonna be okay.
Yeah.
She's that calming voice. Because a lot of time I'm like, hey,
yeah,
I wanna bury this. You know what?
Mm.
What do you get out of that?
You don't get nothing.
Right.
I mean, my sister, look.
You may get a dopamine rush, but that's it. You may have people who will say, yeah, you did that. You put her in a place, but after a while, you realize you shouldn't have did it.
Look, Ocho, let me tell you what my sister did. I was in a relationship. My sister.
Can we get it?
No,
can we get a name this
we don't
time?
get no name. Let me tell you what my sister did.
All
My
right.
sister
All right,
really,
go
because
ahead, go ahead.
If you call my sister, if you automatically, I would think my sister would take up for me. That is what my sister did.
Right.
Fucking ads.
Wait, when you're wrong, you're wrong now. She got to hold you accountable.
You should leave him. Because he ain't doing right. So why you going to stay? Why you want to stay in a situation where you're unhappy? You know he makes you unhappy. You're not happy, but you're going to stay. Why? Leave. And if it's meant to be, y'all will be together.
You'll come back like a
Man,
boomerang.
I was like, Libby, what the hell you done? What you think? What you think the girl did? Left.
She ain't leave.
Left.
She left. Oh, she left him?
You serious?
Left. Ain't look back.
Man,
God
that's
damn.
2 nights in a row. You done told me somebody left you now. I don't like that now.
It's okay. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah, life happens and life goes on.
Ocho.
Damn.
CBS
That
let
ain't
me
sitting
go.
right with me.
I went to Undisputed, got bigger. Undisputed let me go. Now look at it. Look at the subs. I got more subs than Undisputed. You look at the.
Damn. I got more subs than Undisputed is still a bar. But we've all been there. Get ghosted by a chick. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, getting ghosted, that shit is crazy. Crazy feeling. Like, they don't even say bye. They don't even give you a conversation of, it's not me, it's you. Or it's not you, it's me. They just, leave. And when you thinking your heart's in the right place, you thinking this is the one, and that one just disappears. That would really fuck somebody up and have people have second thoughts about anything. We've all been there, man.
The talent they got over there, we got a new podcast, and we got more subs than everybody they got over there combined. So they can't
talk.
I'm okay. I'm gonna be okay. I believe in me. I'm always gonna bet on black.
Yeah.
Never bet against black.
I don't get, when something happens. I remember I wanted a situation and my agent said, hey, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
Next contract, somebody else will pay for what you lost. I
like
Ocho,
that.
I don't get upset, man. It's not the end of the world. I'm strong. I'm strong.
Damn,
Man, hey, I'm born in '68. I came from good stock, not Woodstock.
Oh,
You better understand where
another
I came
bar. I came from
and
good
how I
stock,
came to be.
not
Right.
Woodstock.
Damn.
What
I
you don't
like
like?
that one. You're a good dude, man. Cause I'm like that stung me a little bit, man. That's 2 times. It's 2 times somebody they up
Oh,
and
that
left
ain't the first. That ain't the
really
first time. That ain't the first time. That's not the second time. I was dating a female and we were living together. And when I came home, she was gone.
Damn.
Oh hell!
Yo, what the fuck? You even got him out of his shell.
Like that's the type of shit you see in movies, man.
I guess I was living a movie.
God damn.
Hey. Ocho, when I tell you, Ocho, listen, when I tell people I can write a book, y'all think I'm lying. I know y'all think I'm lying.
Hold on, man. You came home like on some Gone Girl shit, like the movie Gone Girl. She was gone?
Gone.
Big G, Big O, Biggie, Biggie. Gone. Bye-bye birdie.
Off, man.
Oh my God, bro. That's crazy.
Hey, that's slightly disrespectful. Because if you love
clearly
me,
that wasn't the case.
if we
He didn't
dealing,
love me anymore.
Yeah, that was crazy. Not even give you a goodbye. Not even like say it to your face, bruh. Like, especially like, you know, it could hurt more when it's that girl who you fell in love with that was your first love, who you felt like was your first love, and that happens. Oh my God. Talk about being fucked up. That shit happened to me. I was fucked up for like a week. And man. Fucked up for a whole week because of that. And I remember when that shit happened, I was on my way to work. She hit me up with the text and she was like, hey, you know what? I don't think this gonna work out. I was fucked up by that because I loved her. I really was in love with that girl at the time. But now, it wasn't the end of the world. Because fast forward to now, I got a YouTube channel that's been growing. Like, the views ain't where it's at now, but it'll get back up there eventually. And it'll eventually get to where I wanted to where I can do this full time. I got my first house, so you know, life is great right now. But yeah, that shit could really have a guy's outlook on love to be so foul, so crazy. Like, put it to you this way. There's nothing more painful. Like, if you ask a guy, which would he rather lose? Like, would he rather lose his girl to like a awful disease like cancer, or for him to cheat on her and or ghost him? He would probably want to be ghosted rather than the latter, because the latter, you may never recover from that. But the opposite, you can recover from that someday. Maybe not today or next week, but you'll recover. But man. But them situations makes you a better and stronger person and leads you to finding someone who will make you happy.
Yeah. Any more? Would you tell me that? if you checked out mentally and you still here physically and you're not feeling the situation we're in, I need you to communicate. Isn't that what women always talk about? Women are big on
Man, people.
communication.
Ocho,
Where's
man,
the
people.
communication? If you ain't want, why wait until you leave on some sucker shit and then pack your shit and leave in when I ain't here and not face the
That's all
wolf.
good.
Face the wolf.
Crazy.
Power of dual flavor gumminess.
Truly, eat me.
Damn commercials. We're not having that audio, boy. I ain't getting no claim.
I mean, Ocho, everybody can't handle situations like I don't know how you handle situations, but I can sit down, I can have a conversation. You're not happy. You want to move on. I'm not happy. I want to move on. I can have that kind of conversation. But everybody can't have that conversation. Everybody's not built like you and I. Like I can't speak for you. I'm built. I can handle it.
But listen, let me tell you something. Let me tell you how I feel. And me and you on the same page. I was born in 78 now. I was born in 78. But one thing about
94.
it is
Both of them
I'll
older than me.
give my all and do all I can. Now, if you choose to lose, I never see it as a loss. I see it as one less expense.
Right.
That's it. Because I'm doing everything. So now that's somebody else's responsibility. If they want to pick up where I left off and do more, so be it.
Yeah, for sure.
And good luck. So be it and good luck. But I always see someone actually leaving me. Well, shit, that's better for me. I just think about how much I can save from this point on.
I don't get upset. I don't fuss and fight. I want things a certain way. I like people that after you've been with me for a while, you kind of understand my mannerism.
Right.
You know what
Mm-hmm.
Shannon don't really want to talk. Let him be. Shannon won't
want
something like this, or Shannon wants something like that. Let me have this ready for him. I want people to like study me and have without me having to tell you, no. I think the best relationships are you've been with someone long enough, you understand.
100%. Well, they just pay attention to your mannerisms and they know, they pretty much can tell what you finna do as the day starts. Oh yeah, he finna go get some coffee. He gonna eat a donut. He gonna eat a muffin, or he gonna make a video. He gonna do X, Y, Z. And that's just called just being very observative and, knowing what's going on.
Hey, you know what's funny? I like that you just said that. Like I've been with Real like so long now. We starting to look alike. I can start a
finish it.
sentence. I can start a sentence, and before I even finish what I'm saying, she finished the damn sentence. I like, but can I? And it kind of
That'd be fire.
like, can I get
That'd
my
be
thoughts
fire.
out? I know you know because I'm a
Yes.
creature of habit, huh? My
Right.
routine don't change. My routine doesn't change, and the things that I say based on the situation, it never
Right.
changes as well. So I start saying something, and she'll finish it. Whatever it is, I know. All right, I know you know. Just
Yeah, I
let me
wanna
get what I
say it,
want to
though.
say out. Don't do
They just want to say
let me
it.
say it. Let me finish.
That'd be
basically,
fire
it's
though.
like
I don't be
it
having a
sound like
problem
you
with that.
irritated because you already know what I'm getting ready to say.
And you don't want me to say it.
Man, small little discrepancy we be having. You know that starts an
But
argument.
it's gonna happen, Ocho.
Yeah, bro. All right. Seems like that's gonna be it. I appreciate everybody for coming out, watching, lurking in the chat. Shout out to Wonton, E-Rock, anybody else that just popped through and said, hey. I may plan on doing these once a week, like every Wednesday around the same time. If it ain't really that much to talk about or nothing at all, I may just stream a game, do something like that. But yeah. Oops. Thank y'all for tuning in. Peace. I'm out.